You can forget about flashbang because now you've got a goddamn magnetic grenade. Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. We're going to take a look at the new Cassidy. So the big news here is you've got magnetic grenade, throws a short range grenade that homes in on nearby enemies and deals additional damage if it sticks to them. And also your passive, which all the DPS have got now, mean you move quicker, which makes Cassidy feel immeasurably better. He feels so much better because he can move faster. Now, there is a whole other bunch of changes that I'm just going to quickly go over before we get stuck into this video that Cassidy has got, and I'll go into a bit more detail on the way the magnetic grenade works. As you guys can see the clip there from the start of the video, it's so good. And by the way, throwing this magnetic grenade into Mercy res targets is so powerful, and just throwing it at Mercy when she's going for a res is also super powerful, or at Sojourn as she tries to jump away. It's so good. Okay, so Peacekeeper, the secondary fire, fan the hammer, the fire rate has been increased by 18%. That means you've 18% faster you fire fan the hammer, which is kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie, that is kind of nice. The magnetic grenade, though, this is the sort of showstopper piece for the Cassidy rework, and this throws a grenade that can stick to enemies within 10 meters. Triggering the homing mechanism now requires the target to be within the grenade's maximum range of 10 meters. Range while homing increased from 8 to 11.5 meters. Impact damage has been reduced from 10 to 1. Automatically homes in on an enemy close to the reticle when thrown. Deals 130 damage split between 0 impact damage, 65% explosion damage, and an additional 65 damage to the stuck target at the time of detonation. Detonation time on stuck targets has been decreased from 1.5 to 1.25 seconds. Now, you may have noticed me talking about things being decreased there and whatnot. That is because what I've done is combined the hotfixes from Alpha with the original patch notes of Alpha. So this Cassidy gameplay that we're seeing is what I just read out in those patch notes. Now, these things may change because obviously things probably will change for the beta and all of that stuff. But still, it's a good baseline for us to, well, base our thoughts on this hero rework. We also need to talk about Deadeye because this has been quite buffed, and we're about to see Deadeye get used very effectively there. Well, effectively in the sense I got a kill. It was a nice nano as well, but this just lets me run forward and kill everyone, which I'm absolutely loving. So Deadeye now grants 40% damage reduction while channeling the ultimate. Deadeye damage now builds at a constant 130 damage per second. The damage ramp up after 2 seconds of lock-on is increased from 130 to 260. Maximum duration increased from 6 to 7 seconds. Ultimate cost increased by 10%. So this all adds up to a more quick draw version of Deadeye, because you don't really sit there and lock onto everyone and shoot them. You can pop it and then quickly fire it after 2 seconds, do a ton of damage to people, and then follow it up for kills, or maybe even just kill people outright after 2 seconds. And because you've now got the 40% damage reduction, you're not as stupidly open to being absolutely killed like you was before when you play Cassidy. If you play him on live, you just, you pop the ult. It's kind of pointless. Like, you just use the ult for, okay, some cheeky sort of backdoor maneuvers, or you'd use it to reload your weapon. That's kind of it, like, whatever. So how does he play? And oh my god. Okay, so Cassidy is one of my most played heroes. He's up there with Soldier 76 and Reinhardt, and he retains his feel, but because he doesn't have flashbang, it feels really weird, because you are still, you've got that muscle memory of going for a flash and then trying to line up a headshot. You don't need to do that anymore. Also, was that a Bastion up there? It might have been a Bastion up there, I don't know. Is there even a Bastion in this game? I'm not sure. Is that a Bastion up there? No, it wasn't. It was a Pharah. How can I get Pharah mixed up with Bastion? But you can actually get Bastion on that high ground now, because he's got his own little rocket jump with his A36 grenade. But yeah, Cassidy. So the flashbang versus the magnetic grenade. Now, the magnetic grenade is easier to land than flashbang because it's got more range. You can throw it further, or at least it feels like that, because it's got the lock-on component. When it locks on, it will do a decent amount of damage. So remember, it's going to deal 130 damage when it locks onto a target. That's pretty good damage. That's still in the realms of, think of old Cassidy, I'm going to flash and then headshot and I've killed a tracer. It's still the same as that. If you throw the magnetic grenade at her and it blows up on her, then you shoot her, you'll probably kill her. The thing is, she can still get out of it in exactly the same way she would get out of being flashed. That is, if she sees the grenade throw and it attaches to her, she can rewind. So she's still got that option of, I can rewind. Well, she can react more to it, let's say. So with Flash, if Flash hit her, she couldn't obviously rewind. You'd still go for the headshot, maybe go for the kill. With this grenade, it'll hit her and she can rewind and get out of it. So in a way, she can bait it out of you easier than before, because Tracers would always look for that window of opportunity. Genji's the same, because if you want to kill the Cassidy, you need him to have used his flashbang. But now, you see what I mean with the ultimate, how fast it locks on. Now, I can't shoot these guys because they're under immortality, but if anyone wants to jump out of immortality, I'll take that kill all day. Also, the grenade use there, you see I tried to get in to throw the grenade and attach it to the target Mercy was rezzing. Actually, towards the end of this clip, when the payload gets pushed really close towards the end, I do go for, I think I get a really good kill with the flash on Mercy rezzing a target, and then I get a good kill on Mercy as she's coming in to try and res. Like, you see her blow up in the air as she's Guardian Angeling across. So yeah, the dynamic between Flash versus this grenade is, this grenade can be outplayed easier by a Tracer, but it still kind of functions like a Flash, because it's still, you don't want him to throw your grenade at you, because it's still going to do damage to you, right? It doesn't matter who you are, the grenade is a nice little bit of extra damage for the Cassidy. Now, Cassidy just moves faster because of the passive, which I think is a massive buff, really, for Cassidy, because his mobility has always been an issue. The fact that he's the most diveable of all DPS has never helped him. His roll, okay, it's fine, but it's never really going to... You know, you use the roll like I just did there. I'm using it to get a reload. But you see the grenade? It's a lot of damage. Like that, you know, remember, this is 130 damage going in. And it's almost guaranteed damage in a lot of ways. You can throw it around corners a little bit. It's a guaranteed hit. It's going to get them. See, like, there was unlucky, because if that grenade had attached to them, it would have done considerable damage. But it was just out of range, it looks, from the magnetic effect. But I feel like he's okay, right? I don't feel like they've destroyed him. I don't feel like he's absolute bottom tier in terms of DPS. I feel like he still kind of does what he does on live. I feel like he feels better. I straight up feel like he feels better to play, because it feels more satisfying to blow people up with this grenade. And he just feels better because he moves faster. His alternate fire, having increased fire rate by 18%, is okay. You know, I don't mind that. But Cassidy gameplay, it's all about the primary fire, you know. And I guess we kind of got shown up there that Cassidy, you know, you are going to suffer against heroes like Sojourn if they land their shots. Damage boosted as well, but I was just literally deleted from the game there. There's not much I could do. You could argue that maybe I should be playing Hanzo here, trying to go for the spam shots, or maybe even just playing Sojourn into it. Maybe not the Cassidy. But I think he's okay. I'm not completely blown away by this. It just feels better. And I think that is just kind of the way Overwatch 2 has been so far. It's not going to blow you away. It's not like, oh my god, this is that's the stick. I knew she was going for the res, and I managed to get the stick. Or, well, she was going to contest the payload, and the stick actually came out pretty strong. I think, though, she respawns.
No!
Yeah, our Orisa sort of walked off the map. That's a bit of an unlucky. I think we might see it actually when I die. No, maybe not. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Like, yeah, Cassidy, I feel like Overwatch 2 it's better than Overwatch, but it's not going to blow you away. It's better in the sense of, it feels like a few years of extra development have gone into Overwatch. It's not revolutionary. It's just more streamlined. It's cleaner. Things work sort of more how you'd expect them to, and it feels more fun to play, which I guess is the whole thing they're going for. Like, it's okay. It's just fine. It's fine. These changes are okay. I don't think Cassidy's terrible. I think Cassidy is still fun to play, and he still retains that feel of Cassidy, because you're still throwing out a projectile, but it's not a flashbang. It does sort of... You have to get over the whole throwing it at your feet. In this gameplay clip, I've actually I think I've got over that myself, because you would just throw it into the ground like it's a flash when, like, Tracer's near you or something. I think I've kind of got away from that now. So yeah, there's that nice magnetic grenade on the Mercy. So it seems really powerful for that. And of course, his ultimate is now much better. So yeah, it's a good job by Blizzard, and I don't think they've done a bad job with any of the hero reworks in Overwatch 2 so far. But will they blow your socks off? I don't know. You guys let me know about this in the comments below. I enjoyed playing this, and I'm actually looking forward to playing more Cassidy. Just because I think... Well, I've always liked his gameplay style, and I think he's okay. I think he's fine to play. Alright guys, thank you for watching the video. Remember, I can't show you the end of this video, because if we go into the UI, then Blizzard will not be happy, because you're not supposed to show any of the the old UI. But yeah, remember you can follow me on everything which is at Stylosa, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Toodaloo.